There has been a rather unexpected name thrown into the mix when it comes to Liverpool's plans for the remainder of the transfer window, and it is a player who, not too long ago, was being talked about as one of the biggest young talents in world football. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Real Madrid forward Endrick has reportedly emerged as a player Liverpool have taken a look at, with the Brazilian potentially available for another loan move this summer. But there is a major problem. Liverpool appear to want something more permanent. Endrick spent the second half of last season on loan at Lyon, and with opportunities at Real Madrid still expected to be limited under Jose Mourinho, another temporary move is now being considered for the 20-year-old that has reportedly caught Liverpool's attention. According to Ben Jacobs, the Reds have taken a look at Endrick, but their preference is for a deal that gives them some form of long-term commitment to the player. And that is where things currently get complicated. Real Madrid are not looking to sell Endrick. Their priority is simply to get him playing regular first-team football and developing his game, meaning a loan is the structure they currently favour. Liverpool, meanwhile, are looking for attacking reinforcements who can help them now but also form part of their plans for the future. So, while the interest appears to be genuine, the conditions surrounding a potential deal don't currently line up. And yet, when you actually look at Liverpool's situation, you can understand exactly why Endrick would be on their radar. Hugo Ekitike is expected to be sidelined until early 2027, leaving Alexander Isak in need of greater support in the attacking areas. Endrick could provide that. He isn't simply a central striker either. The Brazilian can also operate from the right-hand side, which is another position Liverpool could look to strengthen. He's explosive, aggressive when running at defenders, and still has enormous potential to develop further. He's already accumulated 143 senior appearances across Palmeiras, Real Madrid and Lyon, while also earning 21 caps for Brazil. And remember, this is a player who is still only 20 years old. Liverpool have already demonstrated that they are willing to explore loan opportunities when the right player becomes available, as shown by their move for Ronald Araujo. So perhaps the most interesting part of this story isn't necessarily whether Liverpool sign Endrick right now. It's the fact they've looked at him in the first place. That suggests the Reds are exploring a wide range of possibilities as they enter the final weeks of the window. And with their attacking options under pressure, a player of Endrick's profile could make a lot of sense. For now though, Real Madrid want a loan, while Liverpool appear to want permanence. And unless one side changes its stance, that could be the biggest obstacle standing between Endrick and a shock move to Anfield. In other news, Liverpool could be on the verge of a huge change behind the scenes, with one of the richest men on the planet reportedly closing in on £1 billion deal involving the club. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is reportedly part of a consortium that is now nearing an agreement to purchase a significant minority stake in Liverpool, with the deal potentially seeing the group acquire around a third of the football club. And the numbers involved are absolutely staggering. Liverpool are currently valued at more than $6 billion, or roughly £4.5 billion, meaning a stake of around one-third would be worth in excess of £1.4 billion. This isn't simply speculation either. Fenway Sports Group confirmed last month that it had entered discussions with an investment consortium led by British businessman Amit Bhatia. with the group expressing an interest in making a strategic minority investment in Liverpool. But now, according to Sky Sports, those talks have moved significantly further. The latest information suggests that all parties are closing in on a deal, with an announcement potentially coming as soon as this week. That is the part Liverpool supporters will really be watching, because if this agreement is completed, Jeff Bezos would become a major new investor in Liverpool Football Club, and this would be his first equity investment in a major European football club. And Bezos certainly doesn't arrive without serious financial power. His estimated wealth stands at around £192 billion, while Facebook co-founder Eduardo Saverin is also involved in the consortium, with an estimated fortune of almost £25 billion. Put that alongside Amit Bhatia and the wider investment group, and Liverpool could soon have some extraordinary financial firepower sitting behind the scenes. However, there is an important distinction here. This is not a takeover of Liverpool. Fenway Sports Group would remain the controlling shareholder and would continue to run the football club. Instead, this would represent a huge minority investment, bringing in some extremely wealthy new stakeholders while giving FSG access to significant additional financial backing. And naturally, that raises the obvious question: what does this actually mean for Liverpool? On the surface, increased financial strength sounds like nothing but good news. Liverpool would have another group of billionaire investors with a vested interest in the club's long-term success. But supporters will also be wary. Whenever outside investment of this magnitude arrives, there are questions about what those investors ultimately want, how much influence they could seek, and whether any changes could affect the identity and future direction of the football club. Liverpool have already gone through this process before. In 2023, Dynasty Equity invested around £164 million for a minority stake, with much of that money being used to help address the club's debt. This potential deal, however, would be on an entirely different scale, and Amit Bhatia is certainly no stranger to elite sport. The 46-year-old is the son-in-law of billionaire Lakshmi Mittal and has significant involvement across the sporting world, including the Rajasthan Royals in cricket and a major stake in the Boston Celtics. Interestingly, ahead of this proposed Liverpool investment, Bhatia transferred his stake in Championship club QPR to the club's majority owner, helping to avoid potential multi-club ownership complications. So there has clearly been preparation behind the scenes. And now, if the latest reports are accurate, Liverpool could be days away from a major announcement. The club isn't being sold, FSG aren't walking away, but one of the world's richest men could soon have a substantial financial interest in Liverpool Football Club, with a stake potentially worth more than £1.4 billion. For a club already valued at around £4.5 billion, this would represent a huge investment and potentially another significant chapter in Liverpool's ownership story. And with an announcement reportedly possible within days, the big question now is exactly what Jeff Bezos and this consortium will bring to Liverpool, and what they will expect in return.